Hold on. Let's try this. Hi, YouTube. Promise. Remix. I don't even know how this work, but we're gonna make this. We're gonna make this jam. All right. Yeah. I don't know how this works.
Mortgage? Comparing rates at bankrate.com can help you lower your monthly mortgage payment by an average of $381.
Girl, listen. When I be sitting at home.
All right, that's the right one. All right, go. Let's see. We're gonna try to get on Instagram too, but I'm really like done with Instagram. So let's try see how this works. This is the secondary camera today. Displaying Miami. All right. Hi, YouTube. How are you guys doing? View live chat. We're gonna do a live chat. Okay. Let's see how this all works out today. Oh my God, I didn't email the show to myself. Okay. All right. So like, oh, copy. Hi. All right. Now y'all seeing behind the scenes on how much it takes for me to go live. It's not easy. All right. Cool. All right. Let's see how this goes. They done pissed me off already yesterday. All right. All right. Okay. Let's go.
Girl, listen. When I be sitting at home all by myself now, I be saying, damn.
Ooh, they're not even letting me go live. What the hell is that about? All right, let's try this again. All right, we're gonna try again to get on live. All right. Mm-hmm. The way that you honor me, ain't no other way it gotta be.
I couldn't see you with another man.
Holding his hand. Look at my new cup. Oh, wait, hold on. I know it get rough, but I'm doing all that I can now. Queen of everything. That's right. Queen of everything. Queen cup. Never ever lose you. I promise I would never lose you. It's not a game, girl. I promise. Oh, all right, promise. Promise. We gotta turn it off. All right, thank you. What's going on? It's your girl, Tiana. Tiana Smalls. I said it wrong. Coach Cooch. All right. And you're watching Coach Cooch in the morning on YouTube as well as Instagram. Let's put up our sponsor of the day. This show is sponsored by Miss Bling Miami. So let me tell you about Miss Bling in case you never heard of her before. Miss Bling is like I consider her like an Instagram like socialite, and I don't know if she never watched Coach Cooch in the morning before, or she caught it on a late night one night, but she just hit me up and showed me a lot of love for my show, supported. I mean, she bought so much merch, it was ridiculous, and it was really nice, and she showed love for the show, and that's what people want. When you're from New York and all that, especially or a nice urban city, you want the real deal. And I think that a lot of people, when they was talking about the DMX stuff, they were like giving everybody like the little fake version of what they felt. But y'all know on this show, Coach Cooch in the Morning, we keep it real. So definitely shout out to Miss Bling Miami for the support. Make sure you guys shop her boutique. She got a lot of nice things. My sister recently bought this nice dress from her boutique, and yeah, she's doing her thing. She's been doing her thing for a while. So I give respect to anybody that show me love. I love it. So that's what's up. Like, women need to stick together. And the thing about it, she's like, I don't want, you don't got to say my name. I'm like, no. We got to say your name. When you support like that and you buy all this merch, it's about, I don't want the merch. I just want to support you. I appreciate anybody that does stuff like this because, as she knows, this show is ran by the public because it's too hot for TV, this show. I was watching hey, Auntie, I was watching all of the reviews of this show yesterday. And yesterday we got a lot of new people watching, and we got a lot of new people, like the it was like in the 5,000-6,000. I put a clip up, it got like 5,000-6,000 views right away. I'm like, damn, okay. So like I said, y'all really love my rendition of the DMX funeral, and I felt like we're gonna talk a little bit more about that too. I felt like somebody got to tell the truth, right? Like, I'm listening to everybody and I see little clips and everybody's just trying to keep it like, keep it like real cool. They don't want to say nothing out their face. And I feel like this. It's not saying things out your face. Sometimes you just need the real deal about what it is that's really going on. And I think people are starting to know about the show and enjoy that. Now, yesterday also, we had some hiccups with Instagram. So now we're working on not making Instagram the main thing. So we want to keep it on Instagram as well, because any other outlets is great. But now I'm creating like my own kind of platform. So don't think that I'm depending on like other people's platform to promote my show. No, I know that Instagram and Facebook is not a place for my type of show. I understand that. So I am working on my own platform. Y'all know how I feel about ownership. I am all about you owning your own platform. So I am working on it. All right. So today we are live on YouTube as well. So we're trying things out. This is a very independent production. So we're trying things out, but that's what's up. Now, yesterday, I told you motherfuckers that I did not like, wait, before I get to yesterday, let me show y'all my new cup. Queen of everything. Queen of everything, and it came with a spoon as well. Shout out to my girlfriend Ingrid for copping this cup for me. It's amazing though. Like everybody be like, no new friends and stuff. Everybody be like, no new friends. I think that is so wrong, because I feel like a lot of your new people in your life, I think they understand you a little bit more. So Ingrid be on the phone with me when I'm traveling to New York to go to work, traveling back from New York to get home to cook for my husband, or traveling back to get my son, or take my son, or cook for my son, or cook breakfast. So she's like, girl, you the queen of everything. And I said, she kept saying it. So I'm like, okay. And then she kept saying, like, you're the queen of everything, you're the queen of everything. Finally, she got me this cup made. So I am extremely excited about that. So like I said, Ingrid's one of my new people, but I really, really enjoy her company. And she's a little older than me, so she like could give me a little bit more advice. She understands what I'm trying to do. She knows I juggle a lot. So let's go. Not dissing my old friends. I'm just saying that my new friends understand me a lot more, but when it comes down to this grind. Anyway, so yesterday we talked about DMX funeral, and I told you motherfuckers that I don't like none of DMX's friends. Y'all remember that? I said I don't like none of DMX's friends. But I did not say that I liked Drag On. I said he was my cousin, but I didn't say I like him. First of all, I love Drag On. I thought that was a given. I thought that everybody knew I loved Drag On. I said that I think he's my cousin. So, oh, y'all see my arm getting slim? Don't play with me, all right? I love Drag On, first of all. Drag On, I think he's my cousin. He looks like my family. His name is Mel Smalls. And I have a lot of Mels in my family. I think that that's my cousin. So I really like Drag On. I really feel like Drag On really is there for DMX. I felt like he was there for the right reasons, unlike a lot of other promoters. I mean, people that were there. So I really do like Drag On. Like I said, I think that he really loves DMX, or he loved DMX. I also feel like we need to put him on the prayer list too, though, because I feel like Drag On looks like he's going through a little something, something too. And I think that we need to catch people before they, before we can't catch them no more. So I think that he's going through a little something too. I'm not saying he's on drugs or anything like that, but I'm saying like what we talked about yesterday. Sometimes you can see a sign or something. Like being a star and then not being a star anymore. You know that is something that could really mess your mind up, right? You know that? I just want you to know. Like me, I didn't ever care about being a star really, because all I care about is money. Like, as long as I got money, I'm okay. Like, I don't gotta ever be known a day in my life. As long as I got money, that was always my trajectory. But everybody can't handle that, because you know what people do to you when you're not a star anymore, quote unquote? You know what they do to you? They come up to you and be like, oh, when you gonna make another album? Oh, when you gonna be on TV again? Oh, they do that shit to you all day. I'm telling you, as somebody who was once on TV for 10 years, and then not on TV. People come to you every day. That's why I always kept my little projects going, because I just felt like, let me do my own thing so I won't get caught up in what other people want from me. But people will come up to you straight up and be like, how you doing? You all right? Like, you ain't on TV? What are you doing? Like, you could have the best job. You could go and have a good life somewhere, and they'll be like, but you know what? I am a strong-minded person. So I don't let shit like that bother me, because at the end of the day, you can't ask me about TV. You've never been on TV. You can't say I'm not on because you never got on. So I look at life like that. Like, I look at life like I'm not going to question God about not currently being on or not getting certain money now or whatever, because at least I did it in life. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people out here that I know, a lot of people that got big dreams. Singer, they want to be a rapper, and they never made it nowhere, ever. Never past their stoop. So I'm a strong-minded person. So I have channeled that energy and made it like, listen, I appreciate God for everything he did for me. If he never does anything else for me, I appreciate it. If I gotta be the underground talk queen, I'm okay with that, because I did my shit already. You understand what I'm saying? Once you make it to a certain level already, I had my own TV show. I had book deals. I had, my first show was with Chili from TLC. Like, I did it already. If I never do it again, I did it. But everybody can't handle shit like that. So, especially when you're talented. When you're talented and you know you got it, and nobody's trying to give you an opportunity, and I know it's easy to say create an opportunity like I did all these years, but everybody can't create an opportunity. Everybody's life is not at peace to be independent. In order to be an independent artist, you gotta have peace in your life in order to function the way you do. Like, when I was living in Brooklyn, I couldn't do this show because I wasn't living right yet. I wasn't in my peace. Ooh, I like that. In order for you to do stuff independently, you gotta be in your peace. And if you're allowing people that's around you to dictate your happiness and make you feel like you ain't shit because you're not popping, quote unquote, right now. But what is popping? Because every chick I see y'all sweat on Instagram is a crackhead or a cokehead and don't got no man or no baby. Like, they don't even got their own kids. I don't. So what y'all think is popping ain't popping to me. It never been popping to me. So I'm going to pray for my cousin Dragon because I feel like we got to support people even when they're not in their most popular. And I want to give y'all all credit because y'all show mad love to me. Y'all understand me. I don't have to explain things. I don't have to switch up my flow, switch up my style because I laid down my own brand. But if I go with what they want me to be, I would never be nobody. I get calls every day about stuff that I don't want to do. Because in the end of the day, and I'm sure Dragon got calls for stuff that he probably didn't want to do before. And I'm not saying, because I never talked to Dragon about this specific question. Me and him have had conversations, but I have never spoke about this with him. But I'm feeling that vibe. When you're talented and nobody seems to care, or you're not getting your just due, because let's be real, us TV people and entertainers that came out in the early 2000s, we're not getting the amount of money that the new people are getting. But guess what? We are on YouTube, live on YouTube. But guess what? We don't have the same type of problems that people got either. So, you know what I mean? So you just got to like create your own lane, but be in peace with yourself so that you can create your own lane. Just like I watched a show yesterday I watched some clips of it because I didn't have time to watch it, about the couples from like Love and Hip Hop and everything. They got Delicious and her husband. They got Yandy and her, I think husband, maybe husband, whatever it is. And the reality of it is that I'm looking at this show like, I could never do a show like this. Like Ray J and Princess. And I'm like, I could never do a show like this in my life. Like Rashida and Kirk talking to her a certain way. You know, I hate when people act like bosses, but they let men embarrass them on TV. I don't give a fuck what check came with it. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, like, I would never do this show. I would never, like, and I'm not saying I won't do it because I don't got marriage problems. I'm saying I won't do it because I'm never fucking embarrassing myself like this. I wish a nigga would be on, I wish a man would be on TV telling me like, oh, you know why, and I already told you why I had a baby on you, and da-da-da. But you know why they do it? Because they're listening to people around them. Because they feel like, I'd rather take any show than to not have no show. Because if I don't have no show, then I'm not popping. No, you're not popping with a show where your man is talking to you like that. That's not popping to me. I never felt that way. And if you look back at my old tweets before they deleted my page, you will see I said this years ago. When they tried like to offer me little shows like that, where that's like you just putting together anything and putting you on TV. First of all, I'm from Brooklyn. All right, I'm a Brooklyn girl. All right, I am from Brooklyn. Y'all know that I got the Puerto Rican accent. I got the Italian accent. I'm a black girl from Brooklyn. I'm not embarrassed. Let me tell you something. I used to think that people was crazy about hood love or how you look in the hood. Like, fuck the hood, you getting money. Right? A lot of people feel that way. Like, fuck the hood. We on YouTube too. Fuck the hood, we getting money. I know a lot of people feel that way. Like, I don't care. I'm getting money. I'm getting a check. Nah. Y'all ain't gonna never be able to put no smut on my name. Y'all ain't gonna never be like, oh, T just doing anything now for a check. Let me tell y'all something. I will become a teacher, a lawyer, a doctor. I got a brain. I got education. Like, you know what I'm saying? I will go and further my education and I will become a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher. If this real estate shit didn't work out, I was going to become a lawyer. All right. I had it all planned out. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be broke going on these shows, embarrassing myself. Because I still got to walk around in the hood. People got to still say, what up, T? How you doing? And you got to keep that glory. That's something that me and my husband believe in. You got to keep that glory. So I kind of did not like that show. I don't like when people embarrass their relationships on shows like that. I would never go on a show like that. I just can't do it. And I could never even host a show like that. Because as soon as a motherfucker like Kurt say something like that to his wife in front of me, I'm be like, you playing in her motherfucking face. What are you talking about? They'll be like, ma'am. They're like, you're the host. That's why I can't wait till one day I host one of these reunions. Because if they say some disrespectful stuff to their wife and I'm sitting there, y'all gonna see what time it is. I already told Carlos King, let me host one of them reunions. You're gonna see some real ratings because we're not gonna sit there and allow these men to talk to their wives like that right on TV. Like I said, it's embarrassing to me. Now, I am about to do something though. I am about to get Zeus. Oh my God, Zeus Network, it looks so good. They have a show for Jocelyn called Jocelyn Cabaret Atlanta. And this is not no commercial because it's not no commercial. But I'm about to subscribe to Zeus. And Zeus is like my goals like for an independent station. Because I believe like we need to start doing our own stations. Zeus is owned by a black man. He used to be a producer. Let me tell you the tea about that. Lemuel Plummer used to be a producer, all right, and he used to pitch stuff and all that kind of stuff. But I think what happened was he got tired of pitching, and he was like, "Forget that! Like, we're gonna go ahead and get our own network or whatever the case may be." Now, I'm not a big fan of Jocelyn, and I'm not a fan of all these girls acting all ghetto and stuff like that. But it does look entertaining. I feel like a lot of the characters I feel like are very entertaining. So I want to check it out. Also, like Ryan said, like Black China show is on there. They're doing a show for Drea. I like the way they doing stuff, and it's fully independent. So I think that is like very good. Now, like I said, the cabaret show look a little ghetto. I ain't gonna lie, but in the end of the day, like I still want to see it. I think it looks very, very interesting. Somebody said that you can see it on WeTV. Well, I have to check it out. Now, yesterday when we was talking about DMX, we forgot to mention that DMX now has his own day in the state of New York. All right. So, New York State Senate names DMX's birthday, December 18th, as Earl DMX Simmons Day. That is so beautiful. You know what? I am so mad that DMX was not allowed to see that he got his own day. Stop waiting till people die to give them their own day. You shouldn't have to die to get your own day. Give me all my flowers now while I'm alive. If y'all love me, give it to me now. Give it to me now. Give it to me now while I am alive. If you appreciate me, give it to me now. Give it to me now. But the funny thing was, me and my girlfriend Shawanda was talking, and she was like, well, you know what, Tiana, it's time for you to make your day too. I say, what do you mean? She was like, it's time for you to do your your Tiana Smalls Day, where you just go, you get back to community because you're always in East New York, and you'll have a day where you give back and and I said, oh, wow, yeah, we can help people with their finances. We could give free credit consultations. We could give stuff to the kids. And I said, you know what? Fuck that. I ain't waiting until I die to get my own day. So, yes, we are creating Tiana Smalls Day in East New York. Yes, give it some round of applause. Tiana Smalls Day, we're going to create it in East New York. Damn right, because we're not going to wait till we die. Now listen, I'm sorry, guys. I gotta tell y'all about this. So Tiana Smalls Day is coming, guys. I'm not waiting until I die to get Tiana Smalls Day. Okay? Thank you, Shawanda, my spiritual sister, for that. Now listen, there's some beef in these Christian streets. See, let me tell y'all. I don't know if y'all noticed yesterday, if you was watching live yesterday, guys, on Instagram. When I said something real quick about the church where they had DMX funeral at. You know what I'm saying? It's called CCC, but I made a little joke. I won't repeat the joke I made, but my mother know the joke because I always say it. Now, let me tell y'all something. It is very hard sometimes to do this show because sometimes I be wanting to go the fuck in. But I know a lot of y'all don't know me like that. So I don't want to like go in and then y'all take it as like I'm going in. So sometimes I'll know something and I'll just shut up. But like I said, nothing go down in my hood without me knowing. So I know if your church is in my hood, I know about you. That's all I'm going to say. So it's some beef in these Christian streets right now, right? So y'all know the guy that did the funeral, A.R. Bernard. He is the one that owns the church, CCC. A lot of people go to CCC. So no matter what I think about CCC or anything I heard or do, I would never go in because I would hurt a lot of people's feelings. And y'all know, like, everybody can't take Coach Cooch's realness, okay? So I try to, like, keep it very PG on this show. I'm telling you, like, if you think this show is raw, this is, like, raw, 70% raw. This ain't 100% raw. Because 100% raw, I would need security. So, listen. So, a bishop who actually is one of the bishops that gave me a citation from the city, saying like you're a good person for the city. When you get the plaque saying that you are the bomb in the city and all this other stuff. Bishop Whitehead went live on Instagram for over 45 minutes. He went live for over 45 minutes talking about what happened at the DMX funeral. So here's the word on the street about the funeral, because I was gonna find out about it. Basically, the Rough Riders family and all that, they rented out CCC for the church, for as a church. They rented it out. It's not that DMX had any connection to the church. It's not that they loved A.R. Bernard, Pastor A.R. Bernard. Is that I guess they needed a big church. And I guess, in the hood, they don't really got a lot of rules like other churches might have. Let's just say that. Not only that, they got parking for the expensive people to come on through. It's a good piece of real estate, okay? It is a good piece of real estate. Now, so yeah, like I said, they got their own private parking. They got their own ish together, right? So, the family rented out the church. When you rent out a church, it's more like you in charge, quote unquote, but you rented it out. But I could have told y'all that shit wasn't going to work with CCC. Now, so this is what Bishop Whitehead was saying. So Bishop Whitehead said that he was on the list because he knows DMX, he knows the whole Rough Rider family, blah, 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 blah. He says he gets to the church, and once he at the church, they like, how you doing? What's up? And let me tell you something. I don't think he lying about that part. So they stopped him after he parked his car. He about to get out the car. Security came, church security. Hey, what's going on? And he's like, hi, whatever. And they like, where are you going? Where are you going? He's like, oh, I'm going inside the church. Mind you, he a bishop. So in church, you know what I'm saying? There's hierarchy in church. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're a bishop, you're supposed to get, respect. You know what I'm saying? Because a bishop is over a pastor. So just so you can know what's going on. Only I can break this down to you. So he tried to walk in the church or whatever like that. And then they like, oh, where you going? And he's like, for the funeral, I'm on the list. And they like, so he's saying that before he got to the funeral, see, this is where he went wrong at, though. Before he got to the funeral, he said that he received a text message that said that Pastor A.R. Bernard does not want you to come inside of his church. What kind of stuff is going on here? Listen, in Jesus' name, okay? Listen. So, said that he got a text message that said, Pastor Bernard does not want you to come inside of the church. And he calling around, because, Bishop Whitehead, he hood with it. So he calling around, trying to find out what's going on. See? But that's why I don't go to a lot of places. Because if my name ain't on the list from the owner, I'm not showing up. Because although Rough Riders and them rented out the church, that's still, I know from the tea room, it don't matter who rent this motherfucker out. If I don't want them to come in, they're not going to come in. So that's the tea. But he got through the first gate. So where he could park his car. So he started calling around to see was it true. Like, oh, did Pastor A.R. Bernard say I can't come or whatever like that? And everybody was like, oh, we don't really know. It was him. They was like, yeah, it definitely was him. He told everybody you can't come. So, and that it's, basically like it's his show. You can't come. Now, granted, with Bishop Whitehead, I met him before. He gave me an award before for the community. All right. He is a very demand presence type of man. And I don't even know if he was a bishop then. But he's like a bishop that was like a hood guy that turned into a bishop type of, so I can explain it to you. So now, anyway, make a long story short, they said that Pastor A.R. Bernard do not want you in his church because you have a criminal record and you're bad for press. Bad for press. I believe him. I don't care what nobody tell me. I believe it. So that's what I'm gonna tell you. So anyway, so he said that you bad for press. I respect it. If you said he's bad for press, you don't want him in there. Okay, yeah, there's some hood Greenleaf stuff. So Whitehead was saying that, oh, you don't even know what you're talking about. I got accused of stuff that I didn't even do. Cops set me up. The cops killed my father. He was going in about his life story. He was like, no matter what you think, even if you think I went to jail for any reason, we supposed to be men of the cloth. So we're not supposed to judge each other because of, we're not supposed to judge each other. Like, if I did go to jail, that still should not matter because in the eyes of the Lord, my Father has forgiven me. Who are you to say that you don't forgive me? All right, so that's what he was saying and all that. But like I said, once they would have told me that he said I couldn't come, I would be like, nah, I'm out of here. I'm not going. But he still went after he heard that they didn't want him in here. Anyway, make a long story short, the Nation of Islam was also security guards there. So this guy knows people. So he goes up to the Nation of Islam security, and he's like, because I think he saw somebody from Rough Riders, and they thought it was the club. So they was like, "You good? Come in with me." That's what the guy from Rough Riders told him. "Come on, you with me? You good?" So they try to go through the second entrance or whatever. "Let's go. You good? You good with me? Let's go." Pastor A.R. Bernard, Nation of Islam brother, came over and was like, "Hey," and he was like, "Hey," and he was like, "Yeah, you can't come in," and that's it. Like basically, like you can't come in. So even the Nation of Islam brother couldn't get him inside of the church or whatever the case may be. So it was a lot in that live, and you can look it up if you need to watch the whole thing. I watched the whole thing; it was so juicy. But the reality of it is like church is not here to like. I understand, I understand that Pastor A.R. Bernard wanted it to be all about him. And I understand that he didn't want certain things or certain people or certain attention. But you're having DMX funeral at your church. I'm sure almost the whole audience been locked up before. It's not really that serious. Also, I heard that they didn't really opt to have you as a pastor. I heard that once you rent out your church, you guys pick the pastor for the people. I don't know if that's agreeable or not. But what I did not like, and that's why I brought this topic up, is because I thought about Jungle last night after we talked about him and nobody wanted to see him, Otis. Jungle is a person that loved DMX. If you want to talk about order in that funeral, I'm not even going to put that funeral and order in the same sentence. In the end of the day, y'all let a lot of people talk at that funeral. That was like, it was a lot of people that was talking. That it could have, another thing too, like I've been to many funerals before. And I feel like even if y'all was going to let all these people talk, it should have been a time limit on the talking. It should have been like, all right, everybody got 5 to 10 minutes the most. Or really, if he was a regular guy, 3 to 5 minutes. But since he's famous, everybody got 5 to 10 minutes to talk. I thought about Jungle last night because no matter what, I'm always going to rewatch stuff. And I rewatched Jungle. And at the end of the day, when you said, Pastor A.R. Bernard, that this is your house, I told you yesterday I didn't agree with you saying that it was your house. But why did you do that? You did that about this is your house, and you kept going on and on and on about it because you were showing your ego. You were showing him that you are in charge of this church thing right here. So you didn't want to be in the presence of somebody who may not have sweated you like that, may respect you, but they ain't sweat you. So even though it's like the church world is kind of like the entertainment world, right? Like a lot of older people in the entertainment business don't like me. And it's not because I did anything to them. They don't like my presence. They just feel like I'm too real. They feel like they can't trick me. And they feel like I'm not going to praise them. But I got my own mother to praise. I don't got to praise your old ass. I have my own situation. So I hope you're kind of getting my gist of what I'm trying to say. So I didn't like, after a while, I watched it again and I watched Jungle. And Jungle was wrong because there is order in church. No matter what. But I guess he felt like I love DMX so much. I came here to say my piece. Y'all let all these motherfuckers talk. And y'all ain't let me talk. So therefore, I'm going to say what I got to say. But even after A.R. Bernard said the things he said to Jungle, Jungle didn't get disrespectful. So we got to give Jungle a little bit more credit. He did not get disrespectful. And it wasn't in order, but he didn't get disrespectful. If Pastor A.R. Bernard would have did that to anybody else, all right? If Pastor A.R. Bernard would have did that to anybody else, especially like a real hood guy, it'd have been a fight in there. It'd have been a tussle in there. But the fact is, he did respect that he was in God's house, not your house. So a lot of the egos that goes on in church, we're going to have to stop those egos because right now we have a lost generation. That could have been a teachable moment for that man. All right. But right now we got to stop a lot of the judgment in these, church environments because of the fact of the matter is that right now we have a lot of lost people who are looking for God, who are looking for a spiritual leader. And you can't be a spiritual leader and bring your ego into stuff. Hence, if it's a church like that in my neighborhood and I don't go to the church, just know there's a reason. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and move on. Now, like I said, only reason why I'm not getting too much into detail about my opinion is because I don't want to ruffle no feathers in these streets, all right? I don't got time to be in no beef in these Christian streets. I already got enough people that don't like my ass, so I ain't trying to have no beef in these Christian streets. I don't want no smoke with my people, but I know somebody who do want the smoke. DJ Envy. DJ Envy. My light-skinned brother. My Virgo brother. All right. We're going to get into DJ Envy. DJ Envy had Dr. Umar Johnson on his show. Dr. Umar Johnson, the one that's building a school in Delaware. Okay, I can go probably drive to his school in like 20 minutes. All right, so they got into a debate recently about Ma'Khia Bryant's murder by the police. Okay, and I loved what Dr. Umar did, because usually Dr. Umar get hyped and want to go in, but this time he kind of let Envy bury himself. Okay, so basically Envy, who is the son of a New York Police Department retired NYPD cop. That's his his father's an NYPD cop, retired. So y'all gotta understand, he's gonna see things a little different than everybody else. So he was saying how he felt that the police officer who brutally killed this little girl is justified, because the little girl was going to go ahead and quote unquote stab somebody else up. Now, and then he had the nerve to say, oh, well, I wouldn't want my daughter to be the girl in the pink, and then, she gets killed. So I'm glad that the cop was able to save her from getting killed from this woman. From this woman? See, I would have respected what he had to say if he didn't use certain verbiage. The verbiage that he used was Ma'Khia Bryant was a woman. Ma'Khia Bryant is not a woman. Okay? Ma'Khia Bryant was not a woman. Ma'Khia Bryant was a 15-year-old girl. Stop adding another one to it. It's not 16. It's a 15-year-old girl. See, I think that Envy is at a point of wealth where he's no longer attached to the black community. He's no longer understanding what is going on in the black community. He's not understanding that no matter how you feel about a situation, sometimes you just need to shut the fuck up and don't say nothing. Like I said, there's a lot of things that I might feel that's way different than the masses. And when it's way different than the masses, I like to shut the fuck up. But of course you're not going to see it that way. Because when you was fucking Erica Mena and she was trying to fight your wife and try to fight Angela Yee and bring her friends up to fight them, you did nothing. So I understand that you don't get what's going on in the world. I can't trust a man that cheat on his wife with Erica Mena anyway. But the point of the matter is, you're talking about oh, I must be a coon and da-da-da-da. Shut the hell up. All right? You sound so stupid and you sound so ridiculous. And like I said, if you did feel that way, you do not have to tell people you feel that way. Because all y'all doing is helping the masses put a judgment against this little girl to justify this sharpshooter. Because I found out that the cop is a sharpshooter, marksman. A marksman. That's what that cop is. That means he is certified in shooting. So that means that he know that he could have shot that girl in the arm and made her drop the gun. He is a certified marksman. See what I'm saying? So somebody like DJ Envy, who acts so hood and all this stuff, he's not, he don't understand the streets. And he don't understand what's going on. But you forgot to bring that up. Why is the media not talking about that this man is a sharp shooter, a marksman? Oh, they don't want it with Big T. They don't want it with Big T. DJ, if you know what I'm about to say. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Get out of my face, DJ Envy. You are living in a privileged world. And you are talking to poor people every day, going to their jobs, trying to figure out their lives. If you did not have anything positive to say, or you did not say anything that could maybe help the situation, then shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And I understand cops are trained to kill and, whatever. I understand that. But at the end of the day, he did not have to shoot that girl 4 times. And I'm never going to feel differently about it, no matter what. And like I said, school safety in New York City, working at some of the worst schools. When I was growing up, these schools in Brooklyn was the worst schools you could ever think of. We talking about Robeson, Paul Robeson. We talking about boys and girls. We can even take it back to Sarah J. Hale School. These are horrible schools, All right? How come the school safety people could fight a knife out of a kid's hand, but a sharp shooting marksman cannot? I don't want to hear it. So in the end of the day, this could be a debate probably to the end of all times. This might be a big debate, like, you know what I'm saying, about Michael Jackson, like how we debate about Michael Jackson. And you know what I'm saying? Right, Babs. Jeff, Maxwell, like, it's a lot of bad schools out here. You're not going to tell me that they never saw a little girl try to stab somebody or get a knife. And they don't even have a gun. And let me tell you, they would have jumped on that little girl and got it out her hand. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what y'all saying. And even if he's right, even if he feels like he's right, DJ Envy is getting paid to be a voice of the people. All right? A voice of the people. DJ Envy is not on the radio talking to rich people. You got to remember, who are you entertaining? DJ Envy is entertaining poor people. People that are heading to work. People that are waking up. Yes, it's a small amount that may be wealthy, but DJ Envy is talking to people who are tired of the cops. And you know what's so funny? Me and Cass got stopped by the cops last night. Well, yesterday. Me and Cass got stopped by the police yesterday in the lovely state of Delaware, where I like to say Delaware is a united state. I feel like it's not as racist as most states, because everybody want to be black, but that's another thing. It's very minimal racism. But no matter where I'm at, they stopped us. They said that when we was coming out for me returning my business rental, that he came out. They say my husband came out and he was going over the speed limit of a school district. Okay, cool. First of all, he had a black gun thing in his hand. You know, like the thing where you tracking the meter, the miles. But if we was scary like them, we would have thought that was a gun. He had a black thing in his hand pointing at our car. Like, pull over. We like, you know, we from Brooklyn. We like, what the fuck? So you know what I do. I put my motherfucking hands up. I'm in the passenger seat, mind you. Hands up. Cop looking at me like I'm fucking stupid. He looking at me like, why you got your hands up? Yeah, I got my hands up and y'all ain't even stick me up. That's right. Hands is up. Yes. So he's talking to my husband. He's like, oh, you understand you was going 41 into 25. I'm like, hands up. I'm listening because this is how I'm looking. And my hands is up. I'm not moving. And he was like, you know, he's talking. He was a nice guy, but he wasn't, you know, going in on us. But, you know, and then he was like, why you got your hands up? You have guns or something in your car that you got your hands up? Because I said he's going, when he asked my husband for his ID, I said, he's going in his pocket, okay? I'm straight up. You know me, I'm a Virgo. My husband's a Taurus, very laid back. Hands are still up. He's going in his pocket for his ID, okay, sir? He's like, why are you telling me that? I can see he's going in his pocket. Like, I'm letting you know. And my husband like, well, she's telling you that because there's a lot of deaths going on. We're not trying to get shot. Like, that's why she's telling you that. Or whatever. Make a long story short, he ended up giving him a little ticket or whatever the case may be. Not a big one because he said we could have got a $300 ticket. Anyway, put it down at $85. Whatever the case may be. But it's just so fucking sad that when you see cops, first thing I do is hands up. He was like, can I get your registration? I'm going into this box for my registration. Okay? I'm not moving fast or anything like that. Because we ain't having that shit. You ain't shooting my husband. You ain't shooting me either. But you know what I found out? And I might be a little biased. Because like I said, in Delaware, then everybody want to be black. So it's not really a racist town. But you never know when you could come across somebody that's racist there. But you know what I found out about cops? Cops are not scared of light-skinned men. Cops are not scared of light-skinned men or light-skinned people. I figured it out. They are not scared of light-skinned men or light-skinned people. They are scared of dark-skinned people, though. For real. They are. I'm sorry. I really feel this way. And I might be sounding crazy to y'all, but I really see when they talk to light-skinned men is a little different than when they talking to black Buddha, black dick, mandingo. You know what I'm saying? All right, so right now it's 8:43 a.m. This show is sponsored by my girl, Miss Bling Miami. Thank you for all the support. Right now, put your motherfucking city in the comments. Put it in the comments. Where are you listening to Coach Cooch in the morning from? Yes, and we do this every day at 8 a.m. Shout out to YouTube, our new camera. How are you guys? We're live right now on YouTube. So go ahead. Somebody said, yes, I went to Robeson and I didn't realize how bad it was until after I left. Yes, exactly. So, yeah, put it in the comments what city you love for. Yeah, but I found out they're not really scared of light-skinned people. It's the dark-skinned people. And since I was the dark-skinned one in the car, hands up. No Lloyd Banks. I'm telling you. Hands up. All right, let's see where everybody is watching me from today. All right. We got ATL in the building. We got BK New York in the building. We got Cleveland in the building. Cousin Nita, what up? We got Northern California. Oh my God, it is 5:44 in the morning. Costa Rica. We got Richmond, Virginia. Somebody said shout out to Miss Bling. We got Baltimore, Maryland. NYC, Jacksonville, Newark, Delaware, Washington, D.C., Texas. Shout out to my girl Babs. We gotta have her on the show one day. Crown Heights, Brooklyn, ATL, East New York, Naptown, QU. Oh, I'm sorry, YouTube. We got Brooklyn in the building on YouTube. What else we got? Oh, I didn't even see all these comments. We got Harlem in the building. We got Virginia Beach. VA got YouTube as the backup. Chicago, Lower Manhattan. Yeah, they was hating on me. Jersey, LA, Augusta, Ocean Hill, BK, New York. No, I'm listening. I'm an artist and I'm passionate about my shit. So when they was fucking with me yesterday, I didn't really appreciate that. All right, listen. We gotta ask Coach Cooch question today. So I gotta skip a lot of stuff I was gonna talk to you about. Sometimes this hour will be going faster than I thought. Well, first of all, let me talk about this topic really quick before we get to the Ask Coach Cooch question today. So singer Tyrese was found on Instagram shaving his new lady's coochie hair on Instagram, and they taking pictures of him shaving. He's so lonely. Don't trust that Capricorn. He is so lonely, all right? Oh yeah, shout out to Philly. Sorry, I can't read it all. Montclair, New Jersey. So a lot of people asked me about this before. And me and my husband had a very big conversation about this. Because when I have hair on my coochie, I don't feel sexy at all. I don't like it. I don't like hair under my underarms, and I don't like hair on my coochie. So when I have hair on my coochie, I do not feel sexy. So I start complaining a little bit. But I'm still not a big fan of waxing, but I'm about to start being a big fan of waxing, okay? So with that being said, first of all, I didn't like her feet. So I went and shaved her coochie just because of her feet. Her feet look like a man's feet. I don't like her feet. I wish she never showed us the feet. But anyway, so I feel like although I'm not a big fan of waxing, I'm about to become a big fan of waxing because shaving is for the birds. You know what I'm saying? Shaving, you get ingrown hairs. It messes up your whole bathtub. You see hair 5 days later. It's just not the bomb. I beat my underarms and all that. That's how I get that out the way. Anyway, make a long story short, I have gotten waxed before, and I don't like waxing, but I don't like shaving. But I'm going back to waxing. Anyway, so Tyrese called himself shaving her vagina. Now, my husband is a barber, okay, by trade. Master barber. That's what he does. He does his hair. He does that stuff. So my husband used to be like, when I used to complain about shaving or about waxing, my husband would say, well, I'll shave it for you. Shave it for me. Every time he would ask me to shave it for me, I would say, no, I do not want you to shave my coochie hair. I do not feel comfortable with you shaving my coochie hair. Now, my mother and father have been married 37 years. So when I told my mother about this stuff, about, my husband wanting to shave my vagina and my butt and everything else I need, he said, my mother said, what's the problem? My mother like, oh, your father shaved me all the time. Ew, yuck. I do not, first of all, I don't know what kind of hair y'all got on y'all coochie. I don't care. I don't know what y'all got on there. I don't know nobody's hair. I don't know if you got gray hair down here. I don't know if you got a relaxer down here. I don't know if you got soft hair. I don't know if you got 4C on the coochie. But whatever I got, I'm not letting my man see what type of hair I got on my cootie. I don't care if he sees it when he eating it or hitting it. I don't want him to see all that. It gotta be some type of separation between church and state. I do not want my man. I don't feel that's even sexy for you to be pulling it open, spread eagle, knowing that you still got mad hair on your vagina. And y'all can say what y'all want to say. But if you got 4C hair in your head, you got 4C hair in your coochie. So nobody got time to be touching that rough coochie to shave it. I don't think I would even look at the coochie the same if I shaved your coochie, if I was into coochie. I would not look at the cookie the same. I guess we don't call it the cat bag. I would not even look at the cat bag the same after I see it all nasty like that. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime, when I was young, if I ever had sex with you while I had hair on my coochie, it was because you was just like a jump off, or I didn't care. Like you better be lucky you having sex with me. I had a lot of confidence in those days. But as a grown person, don't be having sex with people with your hair on your coochie. That's not right. That is not of the Lord. So like I said, I'm not letting my man shave my 4C coochie. I'm not. I don't care. I do not like none of that. When I was young, I used to like talking to your man while you're on the toilet. I hate that. My husband walk in while I'm on the bathroom now, I get so upset. Not because my butt covers the whole toilet, but because not because my butt covered the whole toilet. I am crazy, okay? Why y'all listening to this show? I'm crazy, right? But like I said, I'm not with it. I just don't think it's sexy. I don't like none of that shit. I don't think talking while you doo-dooing is sexy. I don't want to talk to you while you're doo-dooing. I don't want you to talk to me while I'm doo-dooing. I like to keep everything. It got to be some separation between church and state. Sorry, that's how I feel. Maybe in another 10 years, I might feel different. Maybe once I got a little butt again and I wipe myself like, ooh, then that's something different. But right now, while my butt is sponsored by Charmin, I'm not into that at all. I'm not into you cutting my hair. I'm not into you doing none of that. I hate it. I think it's too invasive. I think some of y'all are turning into brothers and sisters with your husbands and your boyfriends. That's why y'all feel comfortable with talking to them while you're on the toilet. That's not sexy to me. So that's it. Exactly, sis. Exactly, Jada. All right, I don't even want to fart in front of you. All that. My husband be like, "You holding in your farts? You don't want to go. You don't want to go to the bathroom. You don't like. I don't even like to doodle if my husband's home. That's just how I am this morning. I mean, that's how I am. I do not even like to doodle if my husband's home. Like I said, a lot of y'all are brothers and sisters with your husband. I get it. That's great. I don't want to be a brother and sister with my husband. Bad enough when you live with a man, you're not sexy to them no more. Much less when you going around, walking around, you know what I'm saying? Taking a shit, talking to them. You know, they see you wiping your ass. I don't think that's sexy at all. But like I said, if y'all want to be brothers and sisters with your husband, y'all go ahead. Y'all want to spread it all, ego and all that, show all your nappiness and all that other stuff, go do that. But me, I'm trying to keep a little bit of sexiness. A little bit of sexiness. This is why I don't believe in people living with people before they marry. Because I feel like you lose a little bit of sexiness once they see the real you. Okay? That's just how I feel. Honestly, truly. I mean, should I do the Ask Coach Cooch question? I mean, that was kind of an Ask Coach Cooch question. But that's how I feel. And if you don't agree, then don't agree. But trust me, if your man can sit there and watch you doo-doo and y'all talking while y'all doo-dooing, and especially those girls that be like, my man is my best friend. No, that's not your best friend. That's your brother. That is your brother. Your man is your brother. That's why you feel so comfortable doing that. That's your brother. Any man you comfortable to sit your big ass on the toilet in front of and take a shit, you are brothers and sisters. Okay? You're not looking at him sexy, and he damn sure ain't looking at you sexy. Y'all just comfortable around each other. But I ain't getting that goddamn comfortable. That is not your man. That is your brother, sis. Ain't no way. Because you think about the guy you had a crush on back in the day. Would you ever shit in front of him? No. So I'm not my husband's sister. Okay? So I will not be sitting there shitting. I'm going to keep a little bit of sexiness that I have left. Oh, my man's my best friend. I shit in front of him. I fart in front of him. Oh, he can shave my fungu. He can shave my underarms. He can put my bra on for me for all I care. Yeah, sis. Yeah, sis. Your mother might as well had him. That's your brother and sister. A lot of relationships stay together because they brothers and sisters. They don't got no sexualness with each other no more. I want my man to look at me and be like, yum, yum, give me some. Ain't no way he looking at me like, yum, yum, give me some. And yesterday he had to shave me. No, that's like, ugh, yuck, pineapples. Yes, somebody said maintaining a level of privacy is normal. Exactly. I don't do that talking on the toilet. When I'm on the toilet and I'm on the phone, I can barely think. I'll be like, oh, God, look at that. Pineapples. All right. So let's get to the Ask Coach Cooch question. We got 7 minutes. I think we can bust it out really quickly. All right. Right now it's 8:54 a.m. And this episode was sponsored by Miss Bling Miami. Thank you for the love, Miss Bling. All right. So it says, dear, I'm still thinking about, I'm sorry if that's your brother. It's okay. Dear Coach Cooch, I have a dilemma. I took your advice and started to date. Thank God somebody takes my advice. Like date. I started to date two different men. Okay. One of the men I'm dating is the sweetest guy in the world. Oh, it's probably the guy she's taking a shit in front of. We kick it, we watch movies, started traveling a little bit after dating. That's good. I always said if I was in my 30s and I was single, I would never let a man have sex with me in the United States. They would have to take me out of the country to have sex with me for the first time. That's just some tea. Anyway, he's just cool. She doodles in front of him. I think he likes me a lot more than I like him. That's good. You know I taught y'all that too. Not that I don't like him, but I remember you saying treat the guy like you. Okay, treat the guy. Wait, I remember you saying that the guy gotta like you more for it to work. So now that's why I need your advice because I am in a little dilemma. Okay, the other guy I mess with is fine. Every time I look at him, puddles. I like that. Every time I look at him, puddles. Every time she see her boo, she gets puddles. That's wet. All right? The sex is out of this world. I am the woman, but every time I see him, I want to have sex. It's because you don't shit in front of him. Hello? He makes me laugh like no other. That's the one that don't want her back, I bet you. Not saying my other guy's sex is bad, but I'm just saying that the sex with number two is out of this world. But he is a ladies' man, and I can't. That's right. The one with the good sex, of course, they got to be a ladies' man. Anyway, my question is, should I just go with the guy who likes me and stop worrying about number two because all we really have is a sexual connection that I can't seem to get with anyone else? Or should I go for the love that's right here in my face? WWCCD. What will Coach Cooch do? I like that. I'm about to make a shirt to say that. I'm about to make a cup that say that. WWCD. The queen of everything. What will she do? Now listen. I always say this. You have a soulmate and then you have a sexual soulmate. And based on how you're describing number two to me, it sounds like that's your sexual soulmate. It sounds like every time you see him, you ready to get it on and pop in and But depending on how old you are, because I didn't get the age that you told me you are, you sound a little young. But I'm gonna just tell you this. Number two is your sexual soulmate. That's the guy that every time you see him, no matter what happens, you are ready to have sex with him and you just ready. But number two is a play guy. A guy you have fun with. That's not the guy that you're supposed to be wifing up. You know what I'm saying? Number two is going to bring you a lot of problems in your life. The good dick bandits always be the ones that be almost getting you locked up. They won't let you out. So I would say that number two is not going to work because after the sex is finished, what else can he bring to your table besides a good nut? After that, you're not going to have nothing left. So I would say, although you like having sex with number two, and you love him so much because he give you that good D, I say that's not going to be the man for you for the long run. That's just somebody you have fun with. Now, one, you said that he is the guy that's very into you, more into you than you into him. It sounds like you really like him. He takes you away, you said. That travel. You sound a little bored with him because you say you watch movies with him. You sound like you're a little bored, but I'm sorry. Sometimes you're going to have to be a little bored. That's what life is. You know what they say? They say you found your husband when it comes easy. You ever heard that? You found your husband when it comes easy. So when you're with a man and y'all can just watch TV and chill, y'all can go travel, y'all could go, and he's so into you. Like I told y'all before on this show, I'm into men who's into me. I like that. Like a lot of people that are going through rough stuff is because they're not with their soulmate. So they're with somebody that they have good sex with, but that's hard living. That's hard loving. So I'm not saying wife up number one because he's into you. I'm saying that right now he's a better candidate than number two. But what you may need, because you sound like you're very into sex, is that you may need to either tell number one, step it up. But I know how it is, though, when you having sex with another man and they sex is just crazy. So I understand that as well. But hopefully you could get either number one to be a little bit more freakier to help you out, Or you might need to find boyfriend number 3, which is good because I always say you need to date 3 men anyway. I'm not saying you need to have sex with all 3, but I think number 2 gotta go. Number 2 is more of a guy that you keep in your phone under, you know, you keep him under your phone. Like, you know, I say you got the money man, the funny man, you got the come man. So that's the come lately man. Like, you know, if you are by yourself, you know that you can't get it off. You know that you're not dating anybody. You call him. You call the absolute come guy. Okay, I can't explain it because we're in the morning show. But you know what I mean? Like, you have to have a phone number that you can call right away. Every girl, got every single woman I know, they got somebody in their phone that they can call for a guaranteed good time, a good night. It ain't no question about it. It ain't never a miss. It's always gonna be a hit. You know what I'm saying? See, with the other fellas, you might have to, you know what I'm saying? You gotta teach them. No, every girl got a man in their phone that they ain't gotta teach a motherfucking thing. They know how to do it and they get to it. Ooh, I like that. They know how to do it and they get to it. And that's kind of what you got to keep number 2 as. I wouldn't get no feelings involved. I wouldn't do nothing. Just keep that as your phone number, your go-to guy when you need to come on lately. That's what I think. And number 1, I feel like you can still work with him because he's into you. And if he's into you, he's going to do whatever you got to do to be with you. So I'm down with number 1. Get rid of number 2 because that ain't going to work. You're going to be in jail. You're going to be fighting for this man because the peen's so good. But keep him on your phone. You know what I'm saying? They said that's the maintenance man. Keep the maintenance man in your phone now. You always keep that in your phone because you never know when you need to rhyme with me. Take your time with me. All right. So that is basically the end of the show. It is 9:01. I want to thank you guys for watching Coach Cooch in the morning. Make sure you go ahead and get you some merch. Make sure you advertise on this show because what show is better than mine? Nobody's. And I forgot to say, who gives advice better than Coach Cooch? Nobody. But for real, check me out. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow on YouTube as well as Instagram. You have a nice day. Peace. Bye, guys. And don't forget, watch your front and your motherfucking back. Okay, how do I stop this?